Well, good morning, Chief Walmsley.
Good morning, Mayor. How are you today?
Very well. Thank you for having us here today at headquarters to show us what our fire department does for our city.
Yeah, well, thank you for being here. This is the headquarters station, Station 1. Came online, I believe, in 1978. So this building now is, well, it's over 50 years old. So it's got 3 bays, has sleeping quarters. There's a kitchen. We'll walk in here in a second in the reception area. As you come to the front, though, there's a couple of historical pieces here. We have a bell off one of the old fire trucks. I couldn't tell you which one, but every day when the crews come on shift, or when they come out at 7 o'clock, they raise the flag, they ring the bell. At 5 o'clock, they take the colors down, ring the bell again.
Nice.
This is a call box. Back in the days when not everyone had a telephone in their home or was able to carry a cell phone with them, this is how you called for a fire. You opened the box, pulled the handle down, and it rang in the fire station, which now is the museum, and it would give them a specific number. This one's number 53.
Okay.
Based on that number, they knew where the fire was at or where the region was. This is our reception area. This is our executive assistant, Heather Aguayo.
Good morning.
So she hangs out here. We'll walk in here. This is the day room. And here we have firefighters Alex Limoncelli and probationary firefighter McKenna Cooper. So, also, no day would be complete without introducing our battalion chief for B Crew.
Sir, good to see you. Good.
Lance East.
Hello.
All right. And Lance is, how long you been with the department now?
17 plus.
17 years. This is our kitchen area here. And you've just missed breakfast.
Smells
Alex
good.
cooked a good breakfast this morning.
Yeah.
So supper's in the slow cooker. So these are workstations, and we call this the watch desk. So that's generally where the shift commander sits, and he's got all of his stuff pulled up. But these are very important because in any given year, there are in excess of 350 hours of ongoing education that has to happen.
Wow.
So even a basic EMT, and I say basic, but that's the most basic thing that we require, has in excess of 70 hours of education that they have to go through every 2 years. That just goes up for a paramedic. And then there are a certain number of hours of firefighting that you have to engage in every year. For the officers, they have to have, I want to say it's at least 12 hours a year of officer training, continuing education. You have to have 24 hours of hazardous materials training every year. We have to have a certain number of night drills, of regular live burn. So there's a lot of ongoing education. And although it's fun to do it all out on the fire ground, there is also a lot of it that must be done on a computer terminal. So that's what these are here for. And we talked about this knot board. So these don't have labels on them, but each one of those knots is something that you need to know for technical rescue.
Wow.
And we're responsible for all hazards response within the city of Rock Springs. So these are ways that we're able to leverage rope systems and pulley systems to effect a rescue, a technical rescue. So this is my office. This is where I spend my day. We've got some pictures. We've got one picture, I guess, of the fire department back in 1928. For the longest time, I just thought those were really short people up front there, but I think they're the kids of some of the firefighters that are kneeling down. And then one of my favorite orders ever is Theodore Roosevelt. My wife got me that last year.
No, that's an awesome.
These are the firefighters' quarters. So they're just a bunk room style. Right now we've got 2 vacancies. That's why there's no bedding on those. Everyone has their own area, so to speak. And then back here, this is the battalion chief's quarters, which is also our conference room. Right now, Lance, Battalion Chief East, is on today. Lance is our hazmat. I'll call him a geek, and he won't disagree. But he's got some of his radiological detection stuff out here. That's what this stuff is as well. On Monday, he taught a class to the Academy for Public Services about radiological topics.
Yeah.
So he talked about detection. I don't see it out here right now, but he actually has a piece of Vaseline glassware. I don't know if you're familiar with that.
Oh, yeah.
That glassware that fluoresces, that's radioactive.
Yeah.
He went on a scavenger hunt with his son through the local pawn shops and found a clock that had radioactive material on the hands.
Radium?
And yeah, well, it's not radium. I
Okay.
can't remember what he sent me pictures of it, and he's, like I say, he's the hazmat guy.
Yeah.
Those glow in the dark folk, they got their own little way of thinking. But he was pretty excited that he found that clock, and the APS students were reading the Radium Girls, so that's why it was interesting to them. So it was a good way to connect that.
And I would imagine that being on the crossroads of I-80 and also 191, that hazmat handling is important for us as a community.
It's very important. The two biggest exposures we have are the railroad and I-80. And there are untold quantities of hazardous materials that come through our community every single day that we're just not aware of. But we have to be prepared to respond to those. And we actually have radiological shipments that come through here all the time, whether it's the WIP, which is the Waste Isolation Pilot Plant Project down in New Mexico. They bring that stuff from the Idaho National Labs in different places. That comes through. We have fuel rods that come through. We have actual government shipments that come through that you don't know about. But that doesn't mean that they don't pose a hazard, a potential hazard. So we prepare for that. The requirements that we have set as a community for our firefighters, they have to be an EMT basic. They have to be a hazmat technician, which is an 80-hour class, tested class. They have to be firefighter 1, firefighter 2. Then they have to also have their apparatus driver operator qualifications for both the pumper and the aerial. So all of those things stack together. By the time you're done with that, just the firefighter 1, firefighter 2 is close to 500 hours.
Wow.
So then you add on to that. So there's a lot of training that goes into this. So we're going to walk out into the bay now, but this is our cardio room. Shameless plug, one of our good friends up at the fire district, Clark Allred, runs a business on the side. He had a couple of them left over, and so he brought one for each fire station. Coming out into the bay, this is MS-185. This is one of the ambulances that we bought to help take care of the fairgrounds when the National High School Finals Rodeo was here. It's an older unit. It does what we need it to. It certainly couldn't be placed into service for full duty, but we use it on occasion, depending on the month and what's going on. We've had to do callbacks, I'm going to guess within the last 3 months, probably 8 to 10 times to backfill the ambulance so that the community still had that response. There's a mechanical room there. There's a supply room here, which is rather unexciting. Have the washer and dryer. Here's all the turnouts and gear. This is called an extractor. This is specifically for turnout gear like this. And it's to pull all of the stuff out of there that's carcinogenic from a fire.
Yeah.
And you can smell the smoke in here. I get kind of inured to it, so once in a while I'll catch a whiff. Normally, engine 11 would be sitting here, truck 1 would be sitting over there. Engine 11 right now, unfortunately, is in the shop. has a growly power steering gearbox. So truck 1, which we'll see when we go out to the training grounds, that's our 100-foot aerial. It'll reach 100 feet at 75 degrees angle. It's a very specialized tool. It's a very expensive tool. When we bought it in 2017, it cost us $1.17 million. Today, that would be a $2.5 million truck, and it would take 5 years to be built. This is engine 1. This is engine 2. Engine 1 is out at the training grounds.
Yeah.
This is a recently decommissioned engine. This was manufactured in 2008. It's been replaced by engine 21, which is a twin to the one that we're going to talk about here in a second.
Okay.
But when you look at all this looks pretty complicated, but really all these is discharges. When you look at a fire truck, you know a discharge from an intake by looking at whether it's painted where it comes out of the panel, or if it's chrome. If it's chrome, it's a discharge. If it's painted, water goes in. So this is the master intake. And generally there would be a valve there. We'll look and see if we put one on this one yet. But this truck is empty, so there's really no reason to open anything up. This one is being brought into service.
What's the yellow hose dangling from the ceiling?
Oh, good question. So that is our PLIME event. We talked a minute ago about occupational cancers. That's to remove the diesel exhaust from the building.
Okay.
So
yeah, that's good. I mean,
yeah, it's got a wireless control. If we were to turn on the power on I think this one has been changed over, but when we hit the power switch, it'll turn on the fan and start pulling that exhaust out. As you can see, they've got things set here right now. This is where the tarps, the rapid intervention team bag, which is an emergency breathing air system, but all of that stuff. Come here, you can see most of these are capped. I didn't point it out over there, but this is where we call these cross lays. So these are, some people call them speed lays, pre-connects. These are generally what we're going to pull off to begin attack on a fire at someone's home. Then you can see in here, we've got the EMS compartment on the other side. Got the 2 seats in the back.
I want everybody to know they won't let me drive a fire truck, and it makes me sad.
No, we won't. On every apparatus, the front right seat is the officer's seat. You can see that little box there in the glove compartment. That's the master Knox key. It doesn't have a key in it right now, but when you go around town and you go to businesses, you'll see a black box on the outside. That is the Knox box. That's a key secure, and that box is made of a titanium alloy of some kind. Inside that box, there's one on the front of City Hall. Inside that box is the master key to that building where it's at, or access cards, or whatever it takes. What that does for the community is it lets us get in more quickly, and it also makes it to where we don't have to break something to get in. So you'll see those a lot. We don't require them to be placed on a building, but we recommend it. Again, because it's quicker access, we don't break things. This is our spare hose rack. It looks like a lot of hose. That will generally equip about a truck and a half. So
We should mention these hoses are not like the hoses that you go to Home Depot and purchase, and they are insanely expensive.
yes, they are.
Yeah, but if we don't give them hoses, then firefighters will be reduced to sort of the bucket brigade approach, which is probably not sufficient to put anything out.
No, that will not work.
No.
So this is the workout area. Again, back when the station was new, this is kind of hard to imagine today, but physical fitness was not necessarily foremost in the minds of the firefighters. Over time, that has changed drastically, and we now require every firefighter to work out for an hour on shift every day. So that's why we've got the cardio room. We were able to get replaced through grants, some dumbbells. This was donated to us by I don't remember if it came from the rec center or the civic center. We have other things that were donated by different places around town. Some of it probably should go away. But we do what we can with the room we've got. So
Yeah, they also won't let me come work out here. So just saying. It is specifically, it turns out if you want to play with firefighter toys, you have to be a firefighter.
yeah, it's not a community space. This is what they call a Kaiser sled. This is part of our entry-level testing. This, and then a hose bundle. We don't have a tower here, so you can't do the stairs, but that slug weighs 180 pounds. Part of it is part of our entry-level test is you have to be able to drive that, carry a hose bundle up 4 flights of stairs, come down, take a walk, pick up a box fan, which I just saw one here. Anyway, a smoke ejector fan, which is a steel fan, about 18 inches by 18 inches. You have to pick that up, set it in the window, take another little walk around. You pick up a charged 1 3/4 fire hose, you pull that for 50 feet, open the bail, close the bail, set it down, and then you have to go and pick up, or not pick up, but you have to drag a 180-pound dummy for 50 feet. So you have 6 minutes and 30 seconds to do that, and it's pass-fail. If you're 6 minutes and 31 seconds, see you next year.
Wow.
So, all right, we're going to start upstairs. This is the foyer, was this building, and the training tower facility was commissioned in 1982. All of these buildings were brought online, I believe, when Harvey Kozad was the fire chief.
I'm sort of noticing a trend within the city of Rock Springs. We did a lot of building in the late 70s, early 80s, and then we kind of were like, good enough.
Yeah. We used our revenues wisely while we had them, and when they went away, I don't think we paid as much attention, unfortunately.
Well, and in being somebody who is from that time, right? Like that's when I got to show up. I can tell you that 30 years ago, I was a lot more spry than I am today.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this body takes way more maintenance than it did in 1982.
It does. And our buildings are the same way. They do take more maintenance. You know, they're starting to get a little bit long in the tooth. One of our fire captains, Captain Christinelli, has done a pretty good job out here of looking at things that need to be done. This is all new right here. It's more energy efficient than what was there. If we come in here...
Really quickly, Chief, I'm going to come back later and steal that. Because that is amazing.
Yeah.
And absolutely true.
Yeah. This used to be the assistant chief who was in charge of training. This was his office. This is kind of just the informal company officer's office out here now.
When was the last time we had an assistant chief?
I believe Ed Hafen retired in 1998 or 1997. So we operate at a much higher level of service with fewer people than we did back in the 90s.
And apparently with the same office chair from the 90s.
Probably. Pretty close, yeah. So once again, we're in the day room kitchen area. This is Station 3. If you went to Station 2, you would see something very similar. The floor plans are literally just flipped. This is the first arriving dashboard. Again, that is the CAD screen, the computer-aided dispatch screen. So you can see right now, nothing on the board, so there's nothing going on. But when a call starts to come in, it will pop up here, and you'll hear kind of a click. That click creates a Pavlovian response in our firefighters. Everyone goes, huh?
That works.
So the Station 3 folks have kind of come up with this logo, the Outriders. And that is because of the rodeo grounds and the motocross track, which they respond to quite a bit. We have the sleeping quarters of the firefighters. They're the folks at the outlying stations. This is a 3-person company, 2 firefighters and an officer. So they're fortunate enough, everybody has their own bed and their own room. So this would be the officers' quarters here.
So no hot bunking here.
No hot bunking here, no. And a lot of places, that's exactly what happens. You go off shift, you take your bedding with you. The people coming on, they put their new bedding on the bed, and that's the way it goes. So this is the shower and restroom facility. We talked earlier about everything having been built in a different time. I'm looking for all the lights here.
Yep.
I don't know if there's a light for the shower or not, but there's, motion light. So this is the shower and restroom facility. In this mechanical room, we have the very first turnout extractor that we ever owned. Today, we would try to find a way to place this out in the bay, not in the living quarters, so we're not dragging those carcinogens into the building with us. We've got that. We've got the furnace room here. This is the regular laundry room here. These 2 rooms are for storage. This one here is predominantly for fire prevention and related equipment. The next one over has just basic supplies in it. So this one's got station supplies, different things, some EMS supplies. We've got some spare pads for the life pack defibrillators. So
I'm gonna assume from the Ajax that we don't have a cleaning service that comes in and...
No, the firefighters are responsible for cleaning everything. Spring cleaning, firefighters. Fall cleaning, firefighters. Waxing the trucks, that's the firefighters too. They clean the bathrooms, they clean the kitchen, they clean the floors at the end of every shift. So some of them will change that up. Some of them will do it the night before. Some of them get up at 5 a.m. on the second day when they're ready to go home, and they clean it so it's sparkly clean for the incoming crew first thing in the morning. So
nice.
This is the workout room at Station 3. You can see the equipment. Again, this was purchased through a grant, same as that. These treadmills, this one was purchased through a grant. This one we bought quite a few years ago now outright, and the Precor as well. We do our best to fund things through a grant. I know somebody had mentioned not too long ago that we spent $20,000 on treadmills. They're not wrong. However, 10% of that $20,000 was spent by the city as grant match to buy this equipment. So once upon a time, this was actually a dark room because for fire investigations, we took our own pictures and we developed our own pictures. So we no longer need that, but that's what that used to be. In fact, it was a dark room or still in its same condition until about 5 years ago, and the firefighters remodeled that. So in fact, when you look at these stations, unless it's a major renovation, it's the firefighters that take care of this. The paint is pretty new. In fact, I think this was painted last year. We put this flooring down. Not the best thing. This is actually horse trailer liners.
Okay. You know,
but it was at a significant savings from buying actual spongy gym flooring.
Yeah. Yeah. On the roof at headquarters.
Yeah. Yeah, we get up on the roof. We couldn't find a contractor, so we get up and patch those holes as best we can. So
that's good work.
Yeah. Gotta do this in a minute.
I can promise you that will not happen. Okay, so I just step in?
Yep, just step in. Yeah, reach down and grab that. That's the easiest way.
Gotta say, I'm really glad they're 12s. Those are snug little boots.
And now you can grab that hood that's there in the middle.
Okay.
Yep, pull that over your head. And normally you're going to pull that clear down around your neck. You can leave it on though, because you're not going to put a mask on. But
okay.
Usually the mask goes on, and you got to pull that back up over the mask.
So just like.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that good?
Yep.
Okay.
And we're standing inside your suspenders.
I see that. Now, I personally think if I'm wearing these turnouts, I should get to drive a fire engine.
Did you bring your CDL learner's permit today?
I did not. I have had a CDL before. I can tell you I struggle enough with that antique fire truck.
That thing is, it's a chore.
Yeah, it is not great. Okay. Good Lord.
There you go.
Okay.
Now, the easiest way to do is get your suspenders up over your shoulders first.
Okay.
Okay, then fasten your waist, and you've got a zipper, a snap, and then a belt to buckle.
Good Lord, and they get a minute?
Yeah, get a minute.
Well, I don't think the city is in danger of me becoming a firefighter. Okay. So then I snap the snaps.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the belt.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that
And your jacket.
hopefully I can handle that one a little easier. Okay. Good?
Yeah, except for you got to zip it up.
Oh yeah. So what is the function of all this?
So that consists of 3 parts. It has a thermal barrier, a moisture barrier. I'm going to get that wrong now, but anyway, what you see is you got an outer shell that's somewhat puncture resistant, helps keep a lot of contaminants from coming through.
Okay.
If we took this apart, you would see a moisture barrier right there, and then the insulation is on the inside of that.
Okay. Got to make it big, so I got a big head.
Let's do this too. Technically, that's got to go down in front of your chin.
Okay. Okay. And then
So then your chin strap goes underneath your chin, like so. We're going to pull that. Then this here also has to be done.
Good Lord.
And then normally you would have a mask, an SCBA mask on.
Beards are not regulation.
No.
Okay. Good Lord. It's like wearing a weight vest. Like these are. I stole somebody's gloves.
That's okay.
Okay.
All right, first thing you do, grab these with your hands, shrug forward like this.
Where'd the other one go?
Right there.
Thanks. Oh wow.
Yeah, pull them down. Now reach down, get your belt strap.
Okay.
Okay, works just like a seat belt. And when that clicks, you'll follow it back and you'll find 2 more tabs to pull. There's one there. pull on those.
Okay.
Tighten that up.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I'm not ready to take a long walk.
Sure you are. Let's see. Want to drag a hose, see what that's like?
Sure. Let's see it.
There you go.
I'm not kidding. This literally feels like walking in water. Like there's resistance. Okay. Good Lord. And then just forward.
Usually you're not doing this by yourself. It's a two-person team.
Oh yeah, that's a lot better.
How about now?
No.
Okay, spray some water.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Just
Open the bail.
and just forward?
Yeah.
Wow. Now listen, I'm pretty hefty. And I had to push to not get just driven backwards.
Here, let's walk it back.
Okay.
They need it back over here.
This is crazy. I know I keep saying it, but if you've ever been in a swimming pool and you're walking and that resistance that you feel, that is literally what it feels like wearing this walking just normally. That is not something I anticipated. Poor lady's had a hard time.
Okay, so this would complete your ensemble.
Okay.
That's what you would carry inside with you
Wow.
while you're under air.
That is, listen, if anybody ever thinks firefighters are not in good shape, they're crazy. That is. Why have all of the dummies lost a leg?
Well,
Just age?
we're kind of hard on them.
Yeah.
They get rescued a lot. And you can see we have an infant there.
Mm-hmm.
Got a couple of adult dummies, and actually these ones aren't that old.
I'm going through this way. They get 6.5 minutes on wearing all this.
No, they wear a 50-pound weight vest while they're doing the entry-level test.
Okay.
Okay, don't go in there too far.
Yeah.
All right, so this is the self-contained breathing apparatus, the SCBA. This is about $9,000 that you're holding in your hands.
But this is what keeps our firefighters alive.
What keeps our firefighters alive. That's correct.
Money well spent.
The boots and the turnouts, the turnout boots are about $400 a pair. The pants and the turnout coat are $5,000. The helmet that you have on your head is another $400, excuse me, and the hood that you've got on is about $150.
Right, because again, even though it feels like I'm Ralphie or his little brother from A Christmas Story, this equipment is specialized and is meant to keep our firefighters safe and alive.
Yeah.